All right. Support files. This is the Infinity PBR support file. So if you ever use my stuff and you're getting any script errors, often importing this last will do the trick because it has all the up-to-date common files. And if Unity replaced any up-to-date ones with older ones, this would fix that. It's about time probably for another sync with all my stuff too. So, oh well. That's always a pain to have to sync everything. It takes a week or two. All right, I'm not working on Legend of the Stones this morning, actually. Today, I'm working on, not Fluffy. Fluffy's very exciting, but I'm not working on Fluffy. Where is it? Oh, here it is. The medieval village environment. And I'm drinking coffee. I've got extra coffee today. Yeah, I'm thirsty and should be drinking water. I have heard that, us humans have a certain amount of willpower for the most part. And over the course of a day, that willpower slowly drains away. So you should do the things that you don't want to do at the beginning of the day and the things that energize you later in the day. Way too many projects. Have you noticed, Sean? Welcome to the stream, by the way. Have you noticed that sometimes those projects disappear from the list? That's the thing that frustrates me. Things seem to disappear and then I can't find them. Even things sometimes that were relatively recent. So that is a confusing thing. I'm going to have to download, I think, some fixes from Collab. It's going to check for changes. I'm going to go get some water while this checks for changes. All right. Download the changes. Yeah, and I try to name things where it makes sense, like with dates and stuff, but oftentimes I forget, especially if it's a package like my weapons and armor pack. I always forget which one that is because they're all on one package now or one project, but they used to be on multiple, and I always forget which one whenever I need to open it. And then, of course, they were all opened recently because last time I tried to open them, they all opened. You know what I mean? All right. Let's see. So I've got a handful of more facades to go through. And then I need to go back and fix them because all the updates, all the fixes. We got W. They go down to Z. So W, X, Y, Z to finish. And then changes. It shouldn't be terribly difficult. Did we assign these already to the groups? It doesn't look like we did. I'm actually excited about these later ones. These later ones all have tunnels, and that's just something I've been looking forward to playing with in a scene. Because walking through tunnels and stuff, and having the ability to go under and over and around in a town is really cool. It makes towns more fun, I think. All right, let's see. Where was all my materials? Here we go. We're going to start with the wood. I can already see well, it's not a huge problem because I want the inside and the outside to match here, but it looks like they're the only two that have those colors, so it's not going to be an issue. And then we need village wall. Do the same to these. And we'll go with this for all of the stairs. And underneath. Okay. I believe these are done in Maya. I don't make the models myself. Kyle makes the models. He's the one who we use Collab to organize ourselves. He makes the models and I put them together as you're seeing now. And I think I'm trying to book somebody to do a demo scene for the project because I am not the best level designer. And I really want this demo scene to be really phenomenal. It just has so much potential, and I want people to see that potential when they look at it on the asset store. And I don't know if me personally can do the best job, and I'd rather get somebody who's just really, really great at level designs. All right. That's a good looking piece. Is there a Z fighting? Oh, I need a floor here too. Let's see. I'll use this one. Okay. All right. The colliders. I hate doing, well, actually this might be a good use for a mesh collider. Because of the stairs. No windows, no doors required. Perfect. I think I need some background music. Need to pipe the music through too. Let me find it first. Ooh, not that. Okay. Did it work? Didn't. I never actually use Apple Music on the computer. Ah, here we go. Where's my options for repeat? New playlist. Art list because these. What? Add to playlist. New playlist. Alright. I don't know what's going on. What the heck? Sort of, yeah, I'm making prefabs. I want to finish them. It's morning. I got the willpower. I got the coffee power. But, having issues with, here we go, with Apple's music because, can I do this? No? Can I do this? Yes. Okay. Pause this for a second. I'm trying to make a playlist of royalty-free music that I've gotten for the various videos to have in the background. I'll turn it down for the actual use. This one's good. Just shuffle. And keep that. Let me know if the sound's too high or too low from your points of view. Home and awake? No, you're supposed to be working. This is not right. Something's wrong. The world's gone crazy. The bull is home. Facade, WX, facade X, create empty, facade X, facade Y, and Z. Yep. All right, prefabs. Let's see what X looks like. Group. Whoop, whoop, whoop. All right. Models. Oh yeah, I like this one. This one's got a lot going on. So this one is intended to be used with multiple levels. Maybe a bridge, maybe something else. Or you can go through here. And when you're in here, what's there for you? There's a door. Then you can build yourself an interior and connect it however you see fit, if you'd like. I'm not sure how you get up here, but that's okay. Alright. LODs, I think they're going to stay important for a while, in the same way, and this is just, I have no idea really, but things like imposters are just cards, right? They're just really well-made cards that are dynamically worked, I suppose, but they're still helpful. And I think what's going to happen is that even though things get more powerful, devs will create games that use up all that power, and they'll still need to optimize the shit out of things. And so LODs, when it makes sense, will come into play. That's my take. I have no idea, though. I never stop working the bowl. And the reality is, if I were to leave my job or lose my job, both of which I've been thinking about recently, for some reason, I'd be perfectly content to just do this all day, and I would be streaming every day. I'd have a set schedule for that, so people could plan on it with some varied times, so that folks who have different schedules can hopefully join at different times. And just focus on Infinity PBR and the game. Get the game out, get a Patreon going for the game, so players and maybe devs, but really focusing on players, would be able to participate in the game design process, which I think would be really cool. Need to figure out from a lawyer how much stuff I can take from people, and how do I tell them, hey, I might take your idea, but I'm not going to pay you for it. I think people are okay with that if they know up front and all that, but I make sure it's legal. Then I think it would be really cool for people who are enjoying the process to come up with ideas for the quests and making the quests better and more interesting and all that. I just think that kind of, especially as a solo dev, it makes a lot of sense to do that. Build the community, but also work with the community, just have fun with it. Let's see, does that look right? Well, not there. That stairs got placed. I actually want to change that to Village Wall 3. Village Wall 3 is more flat. Village Wall 4 is curved. Like, it's supposed to be walls, not floors, but I use these as floors sometimes. Alright, and then up here. I wish, maybe I could code this. I wish there was a way to select a material and just click, 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 click to assign. Actually, there probably is a way to code that. It might not be terribly difficult. What would you need to do? You'd need to know what's selected and lock it, or just have someone maybe in an extension window select it, so you can force it that way, and then just click on objects, get their material, and assign it on wherever you clicked. Uh-oh, my brain's moving now. And clearly, Unity knows what material we're clicking on. Even have a list of materials and use keyboard commands to cycle through them. The textures I make with Substance Alchemist, in most cases, these, the base here was made, and the wood were made in Painter because they're from sculpted meshes. So for the wood, for the village wall, Substance Painter from sculpted meshes, and same with the doors and windows. For the roof, we actually went the opposite way, so started with Alchemist, and then modeled the models after the texture, I think. And then the flat walls, all Substance Alchemist. And then the doors were Painter with from modeled texture for modeled objects. Yeah, I think the gating people with money essentially is a win-win. Even if it's like $1 a month, you know, if you don't want to pay $1 a month, then that's fine. It's, you know, if you want $1 a month, and then you can submit ideas, and that would be really cool. All right. Now we need to do the windows and doors. We have a fair amount. Well, we got 2 doors, 4 windows. Okay. Doors. Not too high. Oh, this one's inset. Okay, good. That's cool. Alright, windows. Any more fake doors? Oh, you could put a fake door over here. I'll put a fake door over there. So this means, like, if you were to use this in a game and you wanted a door here and you want this door to be functional, then you would have to not let people walk through because there's no hole, or use some tool to cut out the mesh. Hey, no, Sean, ask all the questions. That's part of why I do this. Otherwise, I literally would be talking to myself. Maybe that's okay, but I don't think it's very healthy to constantly talk to yourself. It's a little bit, because you gotta know yourself, you know, you gotta know what's up, but at some point you gotta realize talking to other people are good. And really, you know, with the world today, for what it's worth, it's community is important. We're all social animals to some degree, even us introverts, and so it's probably good to talk. Assume this is 45 degrees. Let's see. Yep. What version of Unity are you guys generally using right now? All of these need to be raised up just a little bit. Guess I should have done the real windows first for that. $2020. Yeah, the LTS is, I mean, for shipped stuff, LTS is the way to go. Everyone seems to be aligning on that these days. But yeah, I have to stick with, in general, I have to stick with the earliest LTS that the S-Store allows right now. That's 2019.4. Just changed from 2018, but I was using this a while ago. But I had played with 2021 because Fluffy, the upcoming asset that will be amazing, requires 2021, and it's different. There are things about it I'm not sure I like. Not Fluffy, but 2021. This one's cool. And then the worst part of all, colliders. For this one, they gotta be primitives. Yeah, I had someone write in saying that they're using the latest version of Unity. And I was like, which version is that? Because do you mean the latest release version? The latest LTS version? Or the latest beta version? I think he's just trying to get a refund without, this is my best guess, I could be wrong, but my hypothesis, he just wants a $12 refund. And he's telling me that the scene loads up empty. That could be the case, and if it is, I need to figure out why, so I'm trying to figure out what the guy is using, so I can figure out why it might be loading up empty. But, yeah, he's otherwise being a little cagey about that. We'll see. I don't mind giving refunds, especially when it's like my fault, but there we go. But I'd prefer people be honest if they're just trying to get a refund because they decided it wasn't for them. Not an unreasonable fellow myself, but goes both ways. So, the colliders for the facades are definitely the type of thing that a user will have to adjust based on their own project, because there are so many ways of doing a project, and a lot of projects aren't going to use anything but these primitive colliders, and therefore it's better for their project to use the primitive colliders. So, I hope folks who need more nuance and need to have open doors, that windows that can go through, are okay with making their own colliders, because it's just the way it's gotta be. the walls inside too, and the floor. Oh, I see. Okay. Oh yeah. What level are you teaching? Is it college, high school, 4-year-olds? Senior citizens learning game dev for the first time. Good on them. These damn stairs. Let's see if this works. That's not really going to work. All right. So, go more primitive, I guess. Legend of the Stones, we won't be showing, well, enemy feet maybe, so oftentimes we'll be able to use just slants like this to make the stairs work. Good. Gain more coffee. Be right back. All right. Facade X is done. Facade Y. Why? I don't know. Oh yeah? Did you find your ship at the beginning? Because I couldn't find my ship. Granted, it was late, I was tired, but I couldn't find my ship. Whoa. There's a lot of materials on this one. Oh, but this looks so cool. See? Dense village or town. Alright. Yeah. A lot of games do take a minute to get used to. Now that there's more than 2 buttons in a D-pad. What goes on our roofs? That, or those are all three, but then scale's all off, it looks like. Okay. So that means this is going to be all stone too. Not like that. Break it up a little bit with some wood. Okay. Good morning, Aaron. Welcome to the stream. There's a list on the right with all my ships. I didn't see it. Alright, so that's a lot of stone. Oh, what did I put up here? Stone. So, I think I want to make these not stone. It's gotta be stoned. What would it be like if it was not stoned? Wouldn't look right, I think. Oh, well, actually, let's see. That's not bad. I think I'll make that wood. Keep the wood going on here and here. I think I want to build my tool for just clicking these, so I have to. I'm tired of dragging and undoing. Oh, interesting. It's faster if I don't have the mesh selected over here. Alright, pro tip. This is faster if I don't have the mesh selected. Had no idea that that was going to be the case. But I need to have the mesh selected for the LOD group. What if I do that? Nope. Damn it. Oh well. If I turn the LOD group off, do it like this instead. A little faster. I think it's just the some additional stuff. Morning, Mike. And all right. Now it's just that interior, I think, is the only piece. Okay. So we'll do. I mean, this is going to be a door, but if a person doesn't want the door there, then perhaps they'll want like a little sort of boarded up view. This ground though, this, I need to check this. Actually, that's not bad. It matches the rest. All right, we'll keep that. That works. I was worried about those stairs. This is a nice piece. This is dense. There's stuff going on. You can imagine jumping down here or putting a wall up there, or even a ladder, letting the player walk up there that way, or doing some jump spell or fly. And then over here, there's other buildings. The train comes up to meet it. Who knows? That's the point of these facades, to make a village town that isn't flat, that has vertical depth to it, as well as horizontal depth. And the interiors are empty, so you can build your own. That is the other component. We didn't put the interiors here because in a system like this, it's great if you can kind of fudge things. So you go in this door, and maybe we would have built these to be two separate buildings, but now you can make it one building. Maybe you can put stairs, maybe you don't put stairs, who knows? You can do what you want. That's the point of these. All right, now doors and windows, and there's a fair number. What do we got here? 2 doors, 4 windows, and then all the fake ones we'll add. All right. Doors. Windows. This is the good question for those who might not know. If you're watching and you haven't checked out, actually, let's go straight to Infinity PBR. And the reason why I want people to come to Infinity PBR first, the See All Assets has an affiliate link. So if you're going to buy from the asset store and you want to support Infinity PBR, and you're not planning on buying Infinity PBR stuff, you can support Infinity PBR by using our affiliate link. So that's a nice way to support the project without buying directly. But medieval town environment, that's this. This is what we're working on. So in the first demo scene, it's got some vertical depth from the terrain, and some of the buildings, of course, are quite large. So you got all this stuff, and let's I'll playback speed. We'll do a double speed. So you got all this stuff. You got vertical height stuff with the terrain. All these buildings have interiors. Yeah, I can zoom in. Whoops. Actually, I don't need to zoom in. I can just make it full screen. What am I doing? So they got interiors, tons of props. You see the windows there. Village walls here. These are all modular, so you can remove the grates, make the vertical parts smaller, etc. These stairs can be moved, so if your terrain comes up to the door, that's fine. Lots of shared materials with the wood and whatnot to optimize. Basic colliders to drive doors opening and stuff. But this is really nice and very happy with it. Some big buildings with walkways and all this stuff. But what I wanted was the ability to do more dense towns where there's less foliage and the buildings are all right next to each other. Yes, there's some trees, yes, there's some bushes and stuff, but the buildings are all right next to each other. And maybe you know, have from far away you can see like 3 or 4 levels of the town. So if you haven't checked this out, I sometimes assume just everyone, if you're seeing my streams, you've probably seen all the stuff, but I shouldn't assume that. I should do more plugs like this for the work. But just lots of stuff. And so this new facade update, we have some facades in it already, and there's another demo scene, not a video, but you can see that here, where it's more dense. Things are put together, but these facades are all new and intended to be even more dense. Let's see, is there any other? So this is from the facades, and I'm also using now Real Ivy 2. So if you have Real Ivy 2, you can put the ivy around, because that pack's really cool. If you haven't seen Real Ivy 2 yet, yep. This is from the facade, so really dense together towns. That's the idea. So it's great to have spread out towns, but I wanted dense towns too. And that's what we're doing. And then phase 3 will be a complete building constructor where we just give you the small pieces, the rectangles and squares and roofs, and you can build your own buildings from that if you wanted to go that route. Some people do, some people don't. I'm going to put a fake door down here. I'm going to put a fake door down here too. Should remove this song from the playlist because this is the same as my I'll Be Back music. This building has no entryway. I'm going to put a fake door. I'm still debating on Legend of the Stones whether I'm going to have the interiors fully designed, static images, or like Skyrim where it's a different scene entirely. Oh, you know what we should also do? Maybe it's under wood. Trapdoor. These are, of course, fake trapdoors, but windows. It is a tough decision. I mean, I'll make it live on a live stream probably, but I like the idea of being able to walk in and out, but then you have to deal with doors, and everyone knows doors are actually really hard. It's the classic game dev is hard problem. And then just design the interiors and also dealing with the performance issues of having more things active even if they're not being used. All that stuff. Now the worst part of all, freaking colliders. People at work. It's okay. I message people on the weekends too. It's our job to not read messages rather than ask people not to send messages. It's far more reasonable to simply say don't read them than to tell people not to send them, because maybe what they have to send is important to them. The music stop? Did. I think the background music is a nice touch now. Glad we added that. We'll put a floor up here for sure, but now I just want to do these. This hallway should be good. I guess this hallway can extend all the way over. Save that. Coffee isn't as hot as it was. I have never gotten into the QWER. Are those for up here? Oh yeah. Should try learning those. Yeah, doors are not easy. Not easy at all. Alright, one more facade. And then we have to check the other ones because there's the ones that were broken before are fixed, technically, and so they need to be, everything needs to be checked. All the new ones need to be checked, essentially. I think Z's a monster one too. Let's see. Let's Z or Z. The group and facade Z. I won't. Oh, it's not that bad. This is a wall piece. This is pretty easy. All right, good. I won't assign the LOD groups yet. Because instead, you know what? I wonder for this one. What if I just move these two kind of over here like that, and I can replace it later. Let's see if that works. Not so bad. And see if this works on these. It's not bad. It's not perfect. Where are my other options? I don't really like that one. Actually, from this angle it might be a little better, but from this angle it's not. Hey, new indie gaming developer. Oh, indie game developer, not gamey developer. My apologies. Welcome to the stream. Good to have you here. Actually, low poly is becoming less popular. Starting in 2019. I think game devs are slow. Google search trends. That's a good tip. Google Trends, there it is. Low poly. Just searching for the term over the past, well, forever, 15 years. Oh, too far. So clearly low poly went big here, but let's do the past from 2012. So almost 10 years. Boom. So, low poly, getting more popular, getting more popular. It's popular, but look, starting in 2019, it's become less popular. Now, this is the United States. Let's talk about worldwide. Even more of a clear decline in low poly. So, I would sell you, if you are making a game and it's going to take you 2 years to finish it, where will this line be in 2 years? Now, it's possible it goes back up. But it's also possible that it finishes this trend and it will be as popular as it was in 2013. So, just a heads up there. Then we can look for a AAA RPG. I've not searched this one before. Alright, well that's our RPG. Role-playing. See, role-playing's gone down in popularity. RPGs have gone down in popularity. They're flatlined a little bit, but RPG, game dev. Yep. This probably aligns with Skyrim. Yep. Fantasy RPG. Yep. So, there you go. Something high poly. Unity 3D. Hey, Unity 3D is down too, so Unity. That's going to be different though. There's too much going on with the term Unity. There you go. I don't know. It doesn't really matter. If your game's good, your game's good. So I think for simplicity's sake, we should stick with the one we've been using. And individuals can, of course, change it how they see fit. And I always encourage people to use their own textures too. You know, people complain, oh, I don't want to use assets because they all look the same. Well, yeah, but use your own textures. Make your own materials. There's a lot of resources out there. Make your own stone. Take this into Painter. I think I provide already the Painter files, and if I don't, call me out on it. I'll upload it. And, you know, make this your own. Make all of these your own. So I'm going to use a mesh collider for this one. And we're going to use this mesh. And we don't need doors or windows. That one was easy. 2D. 2D is always going to have some level of interest. The question will be, in my mind at least, about more aesthetics and gameplay styles, but 2D itself will always be around. You got mobile stuff, and oh shoot, what did I just do? Damn it, cancel. Materials and textures 1 is being moved. God damn it, Unity. Can't cancel it. It's being moved. Won't be able to undo it. I'm going to have to manually undo it by finding Materials and Textures 1 and figuring out where the frick it moved to. Oh, I need to make a YouTube short from my oh shit moment last night. I want to see how that does on the YouTubes. Okay, well this does that. Let's go over to the YouTubes. Okay, did it finish doing its ridiculous thing? No, let's just, all right. YouTube Studio, content. Never done this before. Live, it was last night's stream. How do you make a short from a clip? Can you do that? End screen. Huh, actually, I don't know. Alright. Freaking Unity. Honestly, yeah, that's how I was. I started using it in 2012. I saw Indie Game the movie. Have you guys seen Indie Game the movie? Good movie. The sequel, not so much. But it inspired me. And I downloaded Unity. Got a book at Barnes & Noble about making Unity games. Followed the book, and there was a bug in the book. So I couldn't do anything. And I got discouraged. Started studying philosophy instead, just for fun. Then saw the movie again one night and said, damn it, you can do this. And so I found an online tutorial, the Walker Boys or Walker Brothers God damn it. Walker Brothers Unity or Walker Boys Studio. So I found these. They had a tutorial. This one. It's still here. And I think I did the 2D one. But this, of course, was before Unity had 2D, so it was all in 3D. But they may have changed it since then. But I started doing that, and that's how I learned Unity, from these nice fellows here. Yeah. And then that's what happened. This is really frustrating. It's frustrating that you can't cancel. It's frustrating that it's moving who knows how many files. Oh my gosh. Let's see if I click this, create post. This isn't what I want, though. I want a short. Let's see. On this computer, I have a page open. Oh, I did have a page open. Or maybe it's over here. Nope. Streamlabs had I think a new service to make shorts out of cross-clip. Alright, let's try this. We'll do it live. Fuck it, we'll do it live. Cool comments? Yes. Yeah, it's probably about Zelda. Glad you liked that part. Alright. Find the oh shit moment. Probably later in the stream. I should have written down the time code for the oh shit moment. Come on, right click. Let's see. Oh, so it was before that. I wish there was a better scrubber. It's not bad, but maybe it was after this. Yeah. No, that was deltas. So it was before that, because I had already done the oh shit moment when I was working on the deltas. After this. before that. May have been before that. Oh, it must have been before that because it's showing there. I mean, this might be it actually. Let's see. Can't hear anything. Is this audio not working? So it's before this. It's just really quiet. Oh. That's probably why.
Roundabout doesn't clear that out. Alright, it needs to clear that out first. Oh. So, do I need to keep track of the things I put in? I guess that's above 0, and plus, otherwise minus that, and then plus %.
Alright, it's right after this. Because I do the text and it just works. And that's the oh shit moment.
Stat text. So this new line stat will instantiate it and it will assign the text right then. Let's see if that works. I try, I have all these audio clips that were for entertainment purposes and they're not working because I didn't pipe them through the streaming service. So I can hear them, but none of you can. And it's very frustrating because the whole point was to make things more entertaining.
Huh.
I actually was a pretty big fan. I would sing along with the Cranberries in my car, especially when I was sad about like
126.15? Okay.
Stuff like that.
Oh.
Open this box. Oh shit! It worked.
There it is.
Did it work?
Yep, 126.15.
It
Thanks.
just goes down.
Alright. So, turn my volume down here. 126.15. Sorry about that. That was probably louder than intended. Okay. Get clip. What? Twitch or YouTube clip URL. Oh. Convert clips. I want to I don't know. Try free. It says it's invalid. YouTube, make a short from a video.
Hey creators, let's talk about YouTube Shorts, a new way for you to watch, discover, and create short content using nothing but your phone. I'll walk you through what shorts are. Now let's walk through how to create a short. To get started, tap the Create button, then tap Create a Short. If you want to add a song to record to, tap Add Music.
Oh, are these only for live?
You can choose for free. To record a clip, press.
Well, then in that case, we can do a community post. God damn, Unity, this is a problem because this is taking forever and it was a completely unintentional accidental click and drag that shouldn't have even happened in the first place. Whatever. To 1 26:15 for last night's oh shit it worked moment. Genuine reaction to code working the first time. Who doesn't love that feeling? Alright. So now you can all go to my community page, like this, comment it, and make YouTube show it to more people. But yeah, that was a good moment. Can you do a timestamp link in this? Oh. Oh, okay. It looks like it's well, keeps going back a little bit. All right, so it's not timestamped. Oh, I saw Backdraft when I was younger too.
So I don't like gray boxing. I do it from time to time, but it's never my favorite.
Okay. God damn, Unity. All right, I'm gonna go get more coffee. Be right back. It's doing every single freaking texture, and there's a lot of them. All of the textures, and I'm gonna have to move it back. I mean, essentially, yeah, it killed that project, didn't kill this project. But I think is going to slow the shit out of this. Let's see what we did last night. That is... Okay, can I at least move this like way over so that it's not in the middle? Is this going to be super... Oh, fucking shit, man. Can I hide that instance of Unity? Now I can't even press stop because the computer's just too slow now. Alright. Hide. Okay. If I hide that, maybe it won't pop up over and over and over. Nope. It went and showed itself again. Hide. Stop showing yourself. Don't touch anything, me. I did not put something stiff in my coffee. Partly because I need to go shopping today for more booze. But no, really. I actually don't like coffee and booze together, and it does not taste good to me. I can't even click these buttons. I want to minimize this. Hide. Okay. It's hidden. And it re-pops up every freaking time that damn window comes up. Holy shit. Well, I do have to go shopping. Moving the direct folder. I don't want to mess with it. I don't want to risk corrupting the project or anything. What I can try doing though, I usually don't do full screen mode, but what if I do full screen? Okay, this looks like it's working. Okay, that'll pop up from time to time, but as long as I'm in full screen mode, which I usually don't do, maybe I should do this more often. That should work. Alright, let's see what we were doing last night. So, last night, we got to the point where we can... Oop, gotta fix that bug. Where does that bug live, actually? Since we got it open, it's this. So the rotation should just not move when it's paused. And the input for the camera is probably on actions, actually. Yeah. Oh, make this full screen too. Okay, we'll try that. Actions. Where do we touch the camera? Player camera. None of those. Test keys, info box. Well, maybe we don't actually do that here. Doesn't look like we do. It's all clickings. Okay, so maybe it's not that. Cursors, game. That's just the data. Plumbing. I think that. Maybe it's on here. First person movement. Okay, here we go. Look up. Look at that. That's flipping back and forth. All right. Try tilt, try pan. Look up. Okay. Let's look up. Where do we set look up somewhere? No. All right. But we will say Zane, Infinity PBR, Legend of the Stones. .game. Static. That didn't work? That worked, okay. So if game.data.gametime.pause level is under or greater than equal to 2, return. So this is basically saying if we're at pause level of 2 or above, we're not going to run this code. And I think this is the code that's making it mess up. We're going to have to pause it. So currently, there's other stuff that's not from my library. The meadow environment is the demo scene. The GUI stuff is not mine. That's from an asset pack. This magic book. The magic book's in the UI. This compass. Those are all asset packs. Somewhere I was listing them out, but now I forget where. But you can see all the stuff I have imported in particles, sound effects, camera shaker, which I may or may not use. All of these I've imported into this, so potentially it could be being used. So it's not just my stuff. All right, let's try this. So if I move my mouse a lot and I'm moving during the pause, that's when this random bug would happen. So. Seems to have fixed it. Perfect. Free cheers for bug fixes. Alright, so this is what we were doing yesterday, where you can equip, right click to see the details, see what the change would be. Oh, you know what's interesting though? This shows up here, doesn't show up there. I didn't even notice that last night. So I need to add that. So you don't want to equip the Curious. And then if you have a weapon over the weapon spot, or either of the spots, it'll tell you what the changes would be there. Cool. Okay, so that's on the hover. Hovering, display deltas, display deltas. Alright, so it's just missing the two little. Oh, did I remove this? Wait. Display information. I think that's, maybe I removed that when we were trying to fix the bug. You cannot double click them. Let's see, how would that feel? How would that work? Okay, so I want to have a sunken thing. So when you're holding it, you can drag it and drop it onto any of these characters to give it to them. You can also press 1, 2, 3, 4. So if I press 3, it'll give it to her. And then when you go in here, she's got those things, but you can also drag them to give them like that. Treasure box is still open, so if you have something in your inventory, you can always put it back in the treasure. Then afterwards, when you open the box again, it's still there. If you have a book like this, no matter where it is, so if we put it in the treasure, if you're holding it and you right click,
This will come in handy.
you can try to use it. And let's see what. Yeah, so you can't use a weapon like that. So if you double click to, no, double clicking wouldn't really work because a single click picks it up. Yeah, single click picks it up, and that's, yeah. All right, so there it is. Now it shows up. Perfect. I really like this. The sword, oh, it needs to be removed. How did that happen? And how come it's only happening on that? Let's try again. The inventory system is designed after the old Might and Magic 6, 7, 8 system. If you're familiar with those. But it's a little bit better. But where this is sort of a mini game to organize your bag in an efficient manner, you know. But if you just click, you can, it'll organize it for you, left to right, top to bottom. All right. Good, good. Oh, maybe I was holding a key down. Oh no, when I equip, okay. There's the bug. When you equip, it doesn't go away. So, on exit, UI details panel close. Destroy active objects. I think that's it. So on left click here, this got pressed. Handle hover panel close. So if there's no item held, then we don't have an issue. Or we do still. What happens if we just do that? UI details panel. Okay, let's try that. Oh, can't do it private. Well, let's make it public. I need more vermouth. I've been enjoying the Old Pals and Manhattans and Negronis, but I ran out of my vermouth. Costco only has the sweet vermouth. So I need to go Total Wine and More. They usually have good prices. Ooh, Golden Axe. That was one of the few arcade games I liked back in the day. The zone. Yeah, it's nice when things go well. That's why I'm trying to design this game foundation up, one step at a time from the foundation up, so that I find it smoother. I made the mistake, I think, of... Okay, let's see if it works. Okay. It appears to be working. Okay. Yeah, the foundation stuff. Because a lot of the foundational things I'm reusing as I build new systems. And when I first was working on this, when the pandemic started, I didn't do that. And I was like, I had enemies and all this other stuff. And then when I came back to it, I realized, wait a minute. I can't actually efficiently work on this because I didn't have the foundation and it was just hacked together. And so suddenly I was working on a more advanced system, sort of a one level above the foundation, and realized I was not really able to efficiently work on it. Not in a way that made sense, because later I'd have to fix it. So it made sense to go back to the beginning. Arcades. 25 cents per game, though. That's expensive. What's so we used to go to the arcades back in like 1986, 87. So 25 cents in 1987 today. Can't always trust these, but some of them, let's see what they say. 25 cents from 1987, we'll say, to today is now worth 60 cents. 60 cents per game play, according to this. According to this one, alright, we'll just do the math. It would be a quarter of that, so about the same. So there you go, 60 cents to play one play, and then they started making them 50 cents. That's expensive. Yeah. Our parents were nice to give us money. I don't remember Chuck E. Cheese. I think we went there when I was really young, but my parents were not into that, so we weren't allowed to have birthday parties there. And then I want to say, for the short while that I was out of California, there were no Chuck E. Cheeses in the areas where we lived. And then when I came back, we were too old and people didn't have parties there anymore. Oh, did this finish? Where did it move stuff? It was this folder. Did it just move it? It just it copied the whole damn thing. That's what it was doing. So now just, god damn it. Alright, just want to make sure I'm using, alright, so I'm going to delete this whole thing. Ha! Fucking Unity. I like Unity. Unreal gives me a headache. Unity makes sense to me, but I wasn't terribly into the arcade games, but I really liked Golden Axe was one. There was another one. I don't think it was Golden Axe. There was where you could be like King Arthur or Lancelot. There's that one. There was another game that I really can't remember the name of, and I want to say it was fantasy based or fantasy themed or something, but I guess it wasn't popular enough to be something that I see now. But it was a really fun game. Rad Racer was one I liked. Rad Racer. Yeah. We would play it at the movie theater. Starcade. I know, it's true, Sean. That's a really good point. I didn't have to move it back. Alright, so I'm saving those facades. Oh, I was going to go and... I'm in a different mindset, though. I'll have to finish this later, because now I'm in the mindset of this project. I do have to go shopping, and I have to do laundry, but I'm going to keep going for longer, because I don't want to do those things right now. And the day is still young. Only 11 o'clock here. And the coffee is still plentiful. Alright, what else can I do next on this? So we've got this really cool thing working here. Super happy with that. Still have to figure out this blip with the motion blur. Like, I want to be able to turn it off for some objects or something like that, but I don't know. Super happy with that. I need to check to see if they're able to equip. And so you can't click these because this is up. But if you're in your inventory without that up, you can't click through these. Alright, so I need to do conditions here. I need to do skills. List out the skills and handle all that. Magic is done for now. Quests and accolades, haven't even started those. Okay, so I need to do conditions and make sure that this is working properly. Okay, melee damage 4 to 24. But if I equip that, then 2 to 6. Okay, so it does appear that those are armor class 6. Yeah, those are working. Now we need to do the conditions. So if I cast a spell, first I have to learn the spells.
These will come in handy. These will come in handy.
Then I cast a spell, like Feeble Mind, on this character. Oh, bug. Bug. Okay, let's redo that. Figure out that bug. Hey, Biogic, welcome to the stream. William Griffith, welcome to the stream. Good to see you both here. Yeah, Might and Magic was the so Dragon Warrior was the first console or computer RPG of mine. I always liked the fantasy themes, but that was the first RPG, and then, unless you include Zelda, and then Final Fantasy. And then when I found Might and Magic, of the three, that's the one. That's the one that and it was the earlier ones. And then when I get 6, 7, 8, those were great. So that's pretty much what I've been wanting to do since. Alright, so let's find this bug. Let's give ourselves a spell, Feeble Mind. Oops, gotta learn it.
These will come in handy.
And we'll cast it. Okay, and then where is this? Give condition. This was working before. Alright. Well. Cast on this player. Particle name. Feeble mind. One of these is null. Could be this. Could be this. Probably not that. Probably not that. Could be that. So, let's figure out which one's null. This should tell us which one's null. The one thing I didn't like about Diablo was the click to move. I've never been into clicking to move. A lot of mobile games, same reason. I can't get into that. For action RPGs, I don't want to click to move. And then the hack and slash where it's just, especially on mobile, where you just hold the button down and your character just goes hack, 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 hack. That's not fun to me. Hack, 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 hack. Yeah.
This will come in handy.
What? They all were not null. Then why is this coming up null? Let's see. Did I freeze? Did I break Unity? Well, that does its thing. So none of these are null, but this is null. Give condition. Maybe that's null. Actions 990. What's null there? Those all worked. This is null. Why? Just using a static reference. That should work. I think I would get another error if that was the issue. And does it happen with healing? Should, because that uses the conditions as well.
will come in handy. This will come in handy.
Yep. Huh. This was all working before. That's the other part that is, of course, frustrating. Okay. Why? How am I getting a null reference? Everything in this method itself is present. We checked that. So debug.log give condition. What happens if we just say give condition? Let's try that. I was like Biogic. The only 3D that I liked back then was the Might and Magic one. The 3D updates for Super Mario Brothers, Metroid, I didn't like because I like the originals too much.
This will come in handy. This will come in handy.
Alright, so give condition exists, but somehow this doesn't. No reference. What the fuck? Let's try that. Let's just see. Try dig and see exactly where the hell it's getting a null reference exception. I feel like I'm missing something obvious.
This will come in handy.
So never. Okay, so it doesn't actually get to this point. Why is it no reference then? Okay, all five, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 parameters, all are populated, but this gives a null reference. Why would it do that? Why would it do that? Why would it reference? frustrating part is this is gonna work, most likely. And then I'll get the null reference still. Or did it? Maybe the...
This will come in handy.
Oh. This isn't... Is there a string? That should show up as test. If it's not showing up as test, then that means somehow give condition isn't somehow being activated or whatnot. The voices are from Replica AI. And if you do sign up for Replica AI, check out my video on it. There's a link that with a code that'll give you an extra 30 minutes of free time, so a total of 60 minutes of free AI voice time. Good deal. It's a good product for prototyping. One day it might be a great product for shipped games
This
too.
will come in handy.
But for now, alright, prototyping's where it's at. Okay. So give condition isn't itself, which is weird, because give condition should be but it's not. Why is it not? Give condition is this, where it's the same pattern we're using for all the other, for even actions and everything. Yeah, I like Rotor. I don't use it to its full value, but I still like it. Okay. Let's...
This will come in handy.
Oh, that was not the thing I was supposed to test. I was testing a different thing. Oops. Looking for a warning about give condition. None. Alright. Is give condition not on an object, perhaps? Maybe that was it. Maybe somehow it got removed from an object. I do have to always remember to override the prefab, so it's possible that I added it and then didn't override the prefab. So we got that. So this should work now. Let's see.
This will come in handy.
There it is. Okay. Now she's got the condition and it needs to show there. And I also have to remove all those debugs that I put in there because I don't want Jason Story to get mad at me for having so many debugs logs and keep saying that he needs to set me straight. Okay, so I wanted to confirm the structure on the data. So player 1 will have conditions, and this is what we're going to be displaying. All the details about this that we need, like how much time left, this, or yeah, maybe just the list. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe just should show how much time is left in the list. Or should it not? Let's see if I can figure that out. Okay, so that's there. My conditions UI, condition panel, stats panel, condition panel, single condition. So this will be brought in under here. Is that right? Content under there. Okay, so I need to make sure I have content referenced in the stats panel under game menus. Okay, that should work. Oh man, Sean, you're asking a question and a half. Technically, I've been working on this since before I got my full-time job in 2017. So I started working on it in 2016 when, or maybe 2015, just groundwork, the thought process around it. Essentially, for a time when I was working in the Barbarian, my laptop kept crashing, so I was using someone else's more powerful iMac to do work on it, but I liked going out to the coffee shops. So I would go there with my laptop and start mapping out ideas about the game until Apple came out with a faster laptop, so I bought that, put the Barbarian on that, was able to keep working on that. And then I started kind of working on this, like an early version that just abandoned completely around 2017. Then I got the full-time job and got busy. And then took it back up when the pandemic started and made a lot of progress. And then got busy again. Things got busy again. Work got stressful, all that stuff. And then maybe, I don't know, a few months back, March, April, when I started doing the game modules, that's when I was like, okay, I'm going to do this right, foundation only, start from scratch, make the game modules, make those public, and that was when I started working on it in earnest. And now I'm going to finish it, most likely. That's the plan, at least. All right. So, game menus. stats menu, main panel, stats panel, content. Okay, condition panel. So I'm going to put the prefab into the panel on the load of stats. Some of those are old, or maybe I hard coded some stuff. Load conditions and panel. Okay, so first we're going to remove existing conditions. And for that, we're going to go through the for each transform child in panel, what is it? Conditions panel dot transform destroy child dot game object. Okay, and then we need to add them. Let's see. Probably copy some stuff here. Game.active player conditions. So you'll see old code like this because of the way I did it before, and I'm redoing a lot of it. It's just me. I mean, I'm backed up by all the people who work with Infinity PBR and the models and stuff like that. So, and of course, a lot of help from people like you who give me tips and sometimes set me straight. And in some cases, like Jason Story, the genius, the man, the legend, he gives really good advice and can lead you on a better path. So we're all standing on the shoulders of giants. I'm no different. Conditions. Dot. Full name. All right. New condition. I think I just need to redo these. So we're gonna do a method. Delete this. Zomba code. We're gonna do private void new condition row or new condition. Yeah, that's fine. And we're gonna pass in an item condition. So new condition game.activePlayer.conditions C. This is going to actually return a game object. It's going to return, instantiate we actually don't need to do past this at all, I don't think. Instantiate condition prefab condition panel dot transform. So it's going to instantiate and return that. So a new condition dot well, let's look at that object actually, because I can't remember what that object has on it. Single condition has on it a condition display. That's what we're looking at. Condition dot get component condition display. So really we're going to say condition display equals that. So this will instantiate it and grab the condition display at the same time. And then we can say condition display dot text or name text equals say item condition equals that, cache that value. condition dot full name text dot text. Okay, and then condition display dot time text equal dot text equals. Do we have a method already for this? Oh, we have a setup. Oh, I could just call that then. Oh, interesting. I have a hover. Okay, I guess I was planning on giving more details on hover. So we'll do that later, but let's do this setup when we use this instead. So condition display dot setup. What we pass in? New name, new time. So condition dot full name, time left, and description, or condition dot description dot dictionary dot get value string description. I don't know if that's actually there, but we'll check it. All right, keep that one line. Move this then. Time left is going to be something I have to create. I think string time left equals time left. We'll just hard code that for now, because I can probably steal this code. Anything with RPGF is old, but doesn't mean I can't steal. Where'd it go? So time left is, this is essentially getting a double time to use. This is the end time, and it will return how much time left. Now, I have game time. Game time. And I wonder if I have a method on here already. Wake, full date, time left. Ha! Smart me. I already did this. So time left is actually going to be game.data.gametime.time left. And I'm going to pass in the condition.end time. What is the end time? Condition. Oh, it's going to be an item. So it's going to be a dictionary dot get value float. I'm going to say end time, but let's check that. And comment this out for now. So let's look at our condition. If that's your reaction, Bull, then you are in for a rude awakening, because I don't know enough. But this is how we learn. And honestly, what I learned from making the Barbarian is that while it is good to know your shit when coding, it's also possible to make a game without knowing your shit and release that game and have the game work just fine and people enjoy it just fine. So keep that in mind. All right, so our items, conditions, end time. It was end time. Good. And it's a float. All right. And the other thing, we don't have a dictionary for description. So, I think we could add one though. So let's do that. Dictionary description. So this will be a description of the condition, and it's going to be only on the item, and it's going to be a string that will expose. So now it's there. We'll leave it blank for now. We can fill those in later. But now this code won't throw an error. Okay, so time left is game time left, end time. And setup is all that. And setup does the actual texting. Yes, okay, good. That should work. It should work, right? I think it should work. And so we can actually simplify that a little bit. Oh, no, I guess we used it twice, so we'll cache it. Okay. Well, we used it more than twice. Okay. Time left. Keep that, that's fine. All right. So for each one, we're going to load after removing. All right, that should work. Let's find out.
This will come in handy.
Okay, I'm going to cast 2 spells. Now, Healing Touch is fast, so it shouldn't show. But Feeble Mind is a real condition, so it should show. Let's see. Feeble Mind, 20 minutes. Oh, and the hover's actually working too. It's probably here. Oh yeah, and mouse hover. Interesting. I wonder what was the point of, what was my thought process around mouse hover? Description text. Oh, I see. This down here. Would give all the description about what Feeble Mind is doing. So if it was, it would be like this, essentially. But it would tell you what Feeble Mind is doing to you right now. So when I hover over here, it's a null reference because I don't have description text set. And that is probably because change the format. How do I do it on the other things? On all of these. Column 1, might. On hover. Might condition display. Oh, interesting. I can actually refactor this and make it better. Because this is hard-coded, but it says the stats panel. Have a reference to that? It does. So stats menu. Okay, then I should do that on the instantiate. That's probably easier. So stats menu has a reference to that. So when I create it, right afterwards, new condition. So we'll say condition display dot description text equals description text. No. What do we call it? Oh, yeah, I guess we're just calling it that. We should call that description text. Consistency. Perfect. Now we just need description to show, and we need another spell to let's see. Do these have another spell? Calm. Yes, we do.
This will come in handy.
Calm. Calm. Perfect. Let's run the game a little bit and see if that time runs out. I think it's 1 minute every 3 seconds. 1 game minute. Yep, there you go. And let's see. Can we have another spell? Stun? No. Nope. Feeble Mind? No. How come he has 2 Feeble Minds?
I already know
This will come in handy.
magical spell.
I already know this
I
magical
already
spell.
know this magical spell. This will come in handy.
So we can check a couple things. 1, make sure that doesn't show up. It doesn't, that's good. And then 2, if we cast Feeble Mind again, then it should reset the time. Whoa, it added the time. That wasn't the intent. So that's a bug. It's supposed to reset the time. Let's see. Where does that live? Give condition. Give condition. If has condition of greater value, then we're going to add, or if we don't have a condition of greater value, then we're going to add the condition. But if we, alright, this isn't really a placeholder anymore. I think I need to update that. Okay. Extend condition. Where does this come into play? Has condition of greater value. All right, so this is we'll only add the condition if this returns false, and this will return true if we already have, and we're going to extend the condition. Now, extending the condition shouldn't go more than the maximum of the condition, so it doesn't add. Otherwise, we can cast it 30 times and have it for like days and days, and that's not the intent. So, end time, this needs to be clamped. That's the only issue. End time. Equals dictionary. But let me actually just double check. All right, so. Alright, so this is important. If we have the condition but it's a lower mastery, then we're going to replace it with the new one. So if you get cast poison from a weak mage and you're poisoned, and then a stronger mage cast poison, you're going to be poisoned with the stronger one, not the weaker one. So it's just going to be remove the condition and add the new one. But if it's the same, so if the current mastery index is greater than or equal to the new one, then we will extend it to either the current time or the new one. And then same thing if the lower skill point. So in all of these, we need to do, it's not really extending it. It's going to give the maximum of the current time or the new time. Okay, so this is our current end time. Where's current end time? And then float new end time equals spell data dot get duration. And add to that this. Actually, new end time plus equals. This is going to be float game dot data dot game time dot current time dot now. Yeah, so it doesn't need to be float. And I think that just returns time counter. Yeah. Okay. So now is now plus the duration and end time. So now we need to set to the maximum of these two. Set to mathf.max between current end time and new end time. So that way, if you have a like say poison on from a high level mage and there's 3 hours left of it, and then a low level mage casts poison, you're not going to get it replaced because the new stuff is less powerful. But you'll have the time extended if the new time is greater. So if you only have a minute left and a low level mage casts poison for 10 minutes, it's going to be 10 minutes now, even though the spell itself didn't have an effect. It's just going to extend the existing poison. Okay, that should work. I make warning signs on purpose so I can see them and colorize them and stuff, but yeah. Oh man, it looks like it's almost time to eat breakfast. Alright, let's see if we can get this working, and then I'll talk about what I want to do next. And then I'll have to go shopping and do laundry and all of that boring stuff. What was I testing? Oh yeah. So I want to cast a few things. So first I'll cast Feeble Mind. And then this one's going to cast Calm.
This will come in handy.
Well, wait a minute. Okay, 18 minutes left. And then cast Feeble Mind again. 20 minutes. Perfect. So one of the things I actually want to do is have the menu chosen by the player. So because I'm looking at conditions here, and then I go to player 3. Oops. Player 3, and I'm on conditions, but I want to be on spells. If I go back to player 1, I want to be on conditions. So I need to hold that last panel value per player, I think, because it would be much easier to do it that way. And then we should see the stats referenced here. And then when this goes to 0, I'm going to cast it one more time. When it goes to 0, we should see the stats change. The game inside the console? That is crazy. That person has too much free time, but it's kind of cool. So 10 game minutes left is about 30 seconds. Okay. I'm impatient, I guess. Let me crack my knuckles. Should look okay. So it's like 15, 12, 8, 8, 14, 10, 13. 15, 12, 8, 8. These are different. So calm was removed and the stats were changed. All magically automatic. Okay, so the next thing I want to do besides this panel saving thing, which I'll do a later stream, I want the descriptions to come up here, but the thing is that Feeble Mind will have a different effect based on who cast it. So it's, you know, I could say things like, in fact, I actually have this somewhere right here. Say this, like, reduces target's wisdom by 1 plus 0.5 per skill point for 60 plus 0.3 minutes. So I want to build in a math algorithm system into the description to where I can like type in 2 curly brackets around some sort of special characters that would compute this. So that if I have, you know, 5 skill in mind magic, this would be 15. So say for 75 minutes. Right? So reduces the target wisdom by 1.5 or 1, it would be 3.5 for 75 minutes. Much easier. And then when I have the stats and we have a description, I want it to say this reduces your whatever by this value, the final value, which might actually be different from this because this player might have a resistance to that. So it might have been modified when it was cast and onto this player. So that's what I want to do next because foundationally, that's got to be done before I keep moving on. Otherwise, I'll have to come back and do it later. So it's better to do it now. So that's that. I think this stream is done for now. It's noon here. We did a lot. Very excited about what we've done. Definitely check out, if you haven't seen my stuff on the asset store, definitely check out the town environment. And if you do get my stuff, huge favor, write a review. It's hard to get reviews. This one hasn't been reviewed in 2 months. And the 5-star average, having a lot of reviews, is super helpful to gain people to, you know, when you're looking through this and you see, oh, Desert Environment has 9, but this one has 10. This one has 22, and mine only has 5. So if you buy it, thank you. And if you do buy it, please, please, please give a review. I can't stress how helpful that is for getting new people to realize that it's quality, especially when I'm up against Haunted Town with 130 reviews. If you believe in, and this is old, I know this is old for a fact. This hasn't been updated since 2019, hasn't had a review for 2 years, but because it has so many reviews and so many favorites, it looks a lot better than mine, right? Because you look at it and you think, oh, 130 reviews, tons of favorites. It's only 1/10. So, hey, I'm glad it helps. Every little bit helps. And remember, this too shall pass, including this stream. All the good stuff, all the bad stuff, it will pass. But yes, so thanks everybody. I will stream later today probably because I'm not going to schedule it yet because I don't know what time, but I'm probably going to stream tonight because I'm going to be working on stuff tonight. Yeah. So thank you very much and have a wonderful rest of the day.